So I can still remember the period in our life when we hit the all too common entrepreneurial halt. Our income stayed at pretty much the same level for a couple of years, and at times it even went downhill. And over the average, it was a slight decline. And to be honest with you guys, it was fucking soul destroying on every level. And not only was it soul destroying, it wreaked havoc on my ego. I'm wondering what is going on. Why am I moving backwards? Why can't I seem to actually get my shit together and get some serious momentum back? And the worst part was that before this halt, I had soared up to where I was. And you may be experiencing the same thing. You may have had some wild success, and now it seems like the brakes are sort of locking on a little bit. Or you may have attempted to sort of blast through this imaginary ceiling again and again and again, and it doesn't seem to be able to work. You have some wins still happening and things like that, but when you really stop and you look at where you're really at, there's not the fucking progress that you really desire, and quite frankly, the progress that you actually know you deserve. Now, as I said, this carried on for a few years, until I really understood the concept of expanding the business, until I really understood a few core principles to actually scale this business properly. And when I did that, the next year, we tripled our revenue and continued to grow from there. We'd blasted through the entrepreneurial halt. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about just one concept of what we did to do this. Now, before I go any further, this is likely not the only thing that you need to do. Just being completely transparent with you. There are a few core pieces that I'd really unpacked and really put under a microscope in order to change things. However, this, I can almost guarantee, is a huge piece of the puzzle for you if you're in this halt. So the concept is expand quality before you expand in quantity. This will then set you up so that you can expand high quality with quantity. So let's just take a look at this. Before we look at getting you 10 times more clients and putting a few systems in place so that you can bring in 10 times more clients, before we look at that, before we look at your revenue and go, okay, let's double this revenue, let's triple this revenue, let's take a step back and let's ask a wiser question, a more holistic question. What would your reality look like if your clients were 10 times as committed as what they are right now? What would your reality look like if they were 10 times as mature as the individuals that you're working with now? If they were 10 times more appreciative of you than they are right now? If they followed through with 10 times the intensity of what they do right now? And if they were 10 times more satisfied than what they are right now? If nothing else changed, you didn't get any more clients, but the quality of them 10x'd, right? And with that, would they hang around 10 times as long? Would they be ready to pay you maybe 10 times more than what they're currently paying you right now? Would you have 10 times the fulfillment out of working with these extremely high quality individuals? Now I want you to imagine you 10x your systems. You 10x the effectiveness and the efficiency of your systems. Your enrollment process becomes a breeze. Your sales process, a breeze. Your marketing process, a breeze. It's running like clockwork. The quality of your systems have drastically improved. I want you to imagine what the reality in your business looks like now. Imagine a 10 times increase in not the quantity yet, but the quality of your leads and the new clients that are coming to you. Now, I think you can start to see how this will result in a massive improvement in your business. You'll be working a lot less. You'll be doing a lot less ass wiping, a lot less energy leaks going on, a lot less useless tasks that aren't actually that potent, etc., etc. Let's also assume that you 10x the quality of your offering, right? And the effectiveness of your offering. You're going to be working so much less. You're going to be stressing so much less. You're going to be gaining so much more fulfillment and joy and passion and enthusiasm out of the work that you are doing. And what you have done now is you have expanded your capacity for more. You've expanded your capacity. We didn't bring in more, but you've drastically expanded your capacity for more. Now, the funny thing is that if you just do this, you'll likely double your revenue. Then the next question about quantity will come. But for now, let's stay on quality. How do you do this then? How do you actually have a reality where you have 10x the quality of your clients, the quality of your systems, the quality of your offering? How do you actually do that? Well, the first thing that you do is you let go of your current clients, which I know might sound fucking wild and it might sound like the stupidest idea and I've built this business to $500,000 a year. I'm not letting go of what I've built. But here's the thing. I don't mean that just literally. More importantly, I mean that metaphorically and I mean that energetically. I know that might sound woo as fuck, but hear me out. When you let go of the attachment to your current clients and the focus on your current clients and the stories of your current clients and the complaints of your current clients and the energetic bond of your current clients, not until you let go of that will you have the potential for a new client to come in. Now, so it doesn't mean that you look at your client list and you now cancel all their contracts. I'm letting go of you. Go away. I'm not working with you anymore. It does not mean that. It means that you need to let go of them in your focus. Let go of them energetically. Let go of them so that you can start focusing on what client you want to bring in instead. Now, one of two things will happen when you do this. We have seen this through ourselves. We have seen this through hundreds of the clients that we work with to scale their businesses. One, the individuals will, when you let go of them, they will leave. And the reason that they will leave is because they're not ready to rise to the new caliber that you are choosing to work at. And that can be tough. I'm not going to lie. That can be very challenging, especially if you've got strong relationships. But you need to understand that if you're going to the moon, you need high caliber individuals on that spaceship. Now, the second potential is that that individual leaves in who they are and transforms into the new higher quality individual that you're after. They become 10 times more committed. They become 10 times more mature, 10 times more receptive, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. They 10x because you have actually set a new pace for them. Now, the second thing that you need to do once you've let go of your clients in order to 10x your quality is you need to transform into the individual that can actually facilitate that. Some of you aren't ready for clients that are 10 times more mature because you're not 10 times more mature yet. And this is where there needs to be a drastic up-leveling on your end. You need to audit your life. You need to get your shit together. And all the areas that you think are okay, you need to raise the fucking bar at. All the leaky areas where you're not cleaning your room, paying your bills, getting your admin in order, getting your shit together, looking after your health, looking after your relationships, being a man or a woman of your word. Challenging yourself relentlessly, leaning the fuck into your wounds and your fears. If you want to work with a high caliber individual and you want to be the one leading them, you need to be an extremely high caliber individual. Now, the third thing you need to do after you've done that is you need to hone in the intimacy of your communication. If you're talking sort of broad and vague and sort of abstract to your audience where you kind of provide this sort of coaching experience or training or sell this kind of product or event or whatever, high caliber individuals are not going to dedicate their attention to that. They're simply not going to dedicate it, right? They're boring next. Instead, what you need to do is you need to hone in on your intimacy so you're able to speak to your ideal clients with such precision that they feel heard and seen so deeply and so intimately. They need to feel like your words have penetrated them so deeply into their psyche that they realize you are the fucking man or the fucking woman for what they actually need. You need to hone your messaging. You need to hone in on your marketing, not get it out to more people, but dial it in. And then lastly, you need to distill your offering. And what this means is, imagine you've got this vial, this massive bowl of water, and it's got some beautiful essential oils in it, right? And it might be all the ingredients that your audience needs to get the result. But there's a lot of water as well. There's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of substances that don't need to necessarily be there. So what you need to do is distill down your offer, your product or your service. Distill it down so that it is basically a few drops in a potent little vial again, so that you have no fluff in your offering. There is not a single day, there is not a single experience, a single training video, a single part of your product. There's nothing there that isn't absolutely crucial to getting the result that needs to be done. I remember I provided so much for my guys for so long, and I just thought, provide more, provide more, provide more value, provide more value, provide more value. But what really ended up happening is all of these points that were fucking amazing were also fucking irrelevant for the specific outcome that my audience actually wanted. So now I actually probably provide a quarter of what I used to provide. And my clients are 10 times as satisfied, 10 times as committed. They follow through 10 times more and they get 10 times the results, while I'm working a quarter of the time that I used to. So that is it. Let go of your current clients. Become the individual capable of holding these individuals. Hone in your marketing so that it is so intimate and so potent, and distill down your offering. When you do that, you will create so much space in your business. Your systems, your offering, it'll all start working like a well-oiled machine, and things will begin to sort of run on autopilot. You won't be dealing with this little problem with this little client and this little here and this little issue here and this little glitch in your offering here and this little systems problem over here and this little complaint, and all of these little problems you won't be dealing with anymore. Because if you don't clean them up and you don't improve the quality of your business, you will scale. But here's the thing that most people miss. You will also scale your problems. You will also amplify those mini problems, and I can guarantee you, they will not be mini problems anymore. If you're in this halt, it is time for you to dial in everything, to 10x the quality of everything. And when you do literally just that, you'll likely double your income just from doing so. And then you'll have a conversation about increasing the quantity as well, and you'll go on to triple, 4x your income, etc., etc., etc. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you want to surround yourself with absolute savages and have access to me every week, join Nexus. If you really want to take things to the next level and you're already running a business at least 200K per year and you're ready to be the most powerful leader you can be and implement systems that's capable of scaling you to 100K a month, apply for Transcendent Leaders. See you on the next one.